The 4 expectations of a leader is a chance to really look at what are the pressures on being a leader. So it puts the leader in the center, and there are 4 pressures on a leader that come from 4 different angles, very distinctly different pressures on a leader, or expectations would be another word to describe it. So if we put the leader in the middle here, what are those 4? Well, the first one is the marketplace, the customer, if you like. The customer has expectations, or the market has expectations on this business. That's the responsibility of the leader, if you like, to measure up to those expectations, to understand them, to be able to deal with them. Then there's internally the business. The business has systems and processes, procedures. It's got to recruit correctly. It's got to do a whole bunch of stuff. So there's an expectation of the leader to be able to work with those and do those properly. Then there's the people. People have a different desire from a leader than either of the previous 2. They have an expectation of it. These are my wants from you as my leader. And then the 4th one is self. A leader has a personal life. It's their own well-being, it's their own health, it's their own family, it's their own personal relationships. And those have demands and expectations of the leader, even though they're in the work. So this is the 4 expectations, or the 4 pressures, or the 4 demands of a leader. What are they? Okay, and what does it mean to a leader? And this is where it gets quite interesting, because the delegates are generally find, they get to measure themselves and find, I'm actually quite good at this one. Now, I'm not so good at this one over here. Because generally people are good in one of the areas, sometimes 2 of the areas, but they're not generally good in all 4. So what they can do as a result of this session is do this self-analysis and say, okay, what does this mean to me? Where am I strong, but where am I weak? And if I am weak, what do I need to do to raise my game in that area? Because once we can respond to the expectations of all 4 areas, that's when we become really effective and can raise the level of our leadership ability. So a session where people get to analyze themselves, get to understand the pressures, get to understand what they need to do as a result of what they've learned, and then go away and take action and have some ideas as well.